Howdy! I'm back with another video. We're gonna be doing art mistakes. I'm gonna be correcting an old art of mine. This was basically in the comic and that, so I'm gonna start up and let's get down to it. We're gonna start off with the head. I'm gonna try and show you how you could, rather what you should be thinking when you're drawing. Go start from the head. Let's turn that head into a 3D look, and let's go to the body. And obviously we're gonna put a little cylinder for the neck. So let's make it a little, let's just do a little oval. Let's just do an oval for the rib cage to indicate the shoulder and to put in the rib cage. And let's draw in the collarbones. Take note of where the facement is not even a word, but basically you have the rib cage facing that direction, you got the head facing the other direction, so you could mark out the 3D look, take it to be like a sphere, and you want to draw the middle to show where it's facing. As you can see, if you're drawing the pelvis, obviously the pelvis would always go the opposite way. If you've seen the simplified anatomy on the rib cage, you can say something like this basically. So we're gonna get into more of it, and let's go to the arm. The arm is just Lord no. Okay, but seriously, let's just use a cylinder. See that? See how easily you could flip that out and make it look more 3D like. This is how I often simplify my drawings before I get into details. You can see, if you compare it, it looks much more alive basically. And for the rib cage, let's take a little cube. See that obviously the obliques are by the sides and the abs at the front. I'm gonna illustrate that. So you need to take note of what is the front, basically the side planes, very important. The side planes is gonna save you, so you could actually have your character facing in the right direction, so you don't have all the forms, and it gives it more volume, it gives it more gesture, pose, so it doesn't look weak or look empty. There's more energy, more kinetic energy popping from the figure, if you get what I mean. But this basically well it should look like. I'm gonna do another way. I'm basically gonna draw another, let's say from a different angle. I'll show you that. See that? Give you an idea of what it should really be when you apply the 3D shapes. See how more balanced, how more energetic the pose look. It really looks like he's about to get it down. Get it? Be like, your time is near, master. I have come to face. He looks like a UFC fighter. Shout out to Adesanya. Shout out to Jones. Shout out to the Nigerian Mandem in the UFC. And shout out to the bosses, obviously. Shout out to Khabib and the tough law. Just sketch a little mouth and that. But let me show you the second angle. We're gonna basically follow the same method, but this one there's gonna be a little difference in terms of the collarbones, because that's what you need to use to mark out where you want to shape the arms, the rib movement, It's very important to use the collarbones. It sets you up to draw the deltoid, the shoulder muscles, and where to basically place the arms, right? And to show the fluidity of the characters, chest muscles in terms of if it's wide, if it's closer, if it's being stretched out. Or there are going to be a lot more drawings based on the human form. See how to illustrate that. Just going to show you, the differences in drawing these arm cylinders. How you could. This is basically foreshortening. I'm going to do a different video on this, but this is basically foreshortening. See that? You could tell from the difference between this arm compared to the other. I'm gonna make him have a little sword because that arm actually looks cool. Shout out to Bleach Zampak 2-1. Okay, we're not doing that. Well, he's the samurai. See that? You're gonna see the chest muscle is gonna have a little side plane popping out. You can see how more tilted the shoulders are. Just gonna come in here and draw those cylinders, so you see what I mean by foreshortening compared to this. I don't know what that is. I drew that. It has no volume. It's just flat. It's just muscle with no bones. The boneless one. See that the twist of the rib cage, very important. It's stretched and clenched on the other side, but this is just basically, you could just obviously tell it's just dead. See the side planes. A lot of things to take note of. Give him the gaze. I'm just gonna go in and give him a samurai helmet at this point in time. Everyone loves samurais. You gotta love samurais for honor. I mean, not all their codes are actually, likable. They have some really messed up things you don't want to know. See that? Take note of how I'm simplifying the human form, just using basic shapes to draw out the pose, to draw out the angles, to foreshorten, and to get my, just get your basic look before you get into the details. And the fist too, you can see the difference. Give the fist more volume, more 3D look compared to the other fist. It just looks it doesn't have any side planes or front planes. That's very important, fellas. I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I'm going to get some of my old artworks. You should send me yours too, and keep up, fellas.